Hey everybody, this is Grimmy, and I'm going to keep going with the D&D drawings since it's what I'm having fun drawing at the moment. So yeah, more tabaxis. I can definitely say that tabaxis are my favorite D&D species so far, but that's because I love cats and feline-like creatures in general. So yeah, it's no surprise to anybody really. Last week I made a reference sheet for my main D&D character called Snowstorm, or Storm for short. So this week I decided to make some simple headshots of Storm's family, namely his father, his mother and his fiancée. They'll just be short rundowns of the biographies of these characters, as well as, some little details that you might be interested in. Starting with the dad, he's called Frostcloud Snowscape. He's a big white tiger, about 6 foot 6 inches, and has blue eyes. He has scars on the left side of his face since he's been brought up to be a fighter in his clan and has had to get into battles. He can't see out of his left eye. He's a barbarian and he's serious and looks scary, but is a good man and does his best to lead his clan correctly. The mother, on the other hand, is called Vineflower, who is a slender but tall jaguar standing at 6'1", and she comes from the swamp marshes. She's a ranger and her strengths lie more in her intelligence and agility rather than her physical strength. She is quite a soft-hearted and optimistic person and has a strong natural motherly instinct, and she just wants to take care of everybody. Growing up, Frostcloud and Vineflower's clans were constantly disagreeing with each other and always having fights. Fortunately, when Frostcloud became leader of his clan, he proposed a peace treaty between the two families. Vineflower's father wasn't willing, but his daughter really wanted peace as well, so took charge of the peace arrangements with Frostcloud in secret without letting anybody, not letting her father know. They came to an agreement that the best way to get the two clans to be at peace is for them to get married and have an heir with mixed heritage. When they announced their wedding, Vineflower's father was furious, but seeing how everybody else was overjoyed about the news, he didn't get a say, despite being leader. The clans wanted the war to end, but for some reason, Vineflower's father was just really unwilling to end the fight. Frostcloud's parents, on the other hand, had died before he became the leader, so nobody was going to argue with his decision. At first, Vineflower and Frostcloud didn't particularly care for each other beyond mutual respect and willing to work together to create a better outcome for both of their clans. But once they got married, they had more than enough time to learn, more about each other and, actually fall in love with one another for the sake of their clans and their family and also themselves. Storm was born just after their 1-year anniversary. Now, onto Storm's fiancée, Ice Lily. Ice Lily is a fluffy snow leopard who is a little stockier than most, but that's because she's pure muscle. She's 5'9" and has yellow-green eyes and is a cleric. As far as I'm aware, clerics are allowed to get married since it depends on the game you play and the rules you put on yourself and the world and what the DM says. But in my clan, she's allowed to get married and serves a snow god. I know a few god characters exist in canon, including an ice-based one. I think she's called Auril, but I don't really want my deity to be connected with any canon, so I'm just going to be making up a god character for my clan. Her father, Fierce Hail, is a paladin and Frostcloud's right-hand man, while her mother, Grey Blizzard, is the head priestess of the temple. They're both your generic snow leopards. When Ice Lily was young, about 3 years old, her parents and Storm's parents decided that she should get married to Storm, since the two families were close and loyal to one another, and also because despite her young age, Ice Lily showed promising skills in magic. Ice Lily grew up with Storm, and the two are very close. However, she is completely unaware of Storm's inner conflict and doesn't know that he isn't interested in her romantically. When he decided to leave the the clan for like a gap year sort of journey, she was really upset because that meant that he was putting off their wedding, but accepted his choice because she's a very kind soul. However, she does base her actions mostly off self-interest rather than for the good of others. However, thankfully, most of the time her self-interest does align with what is good for other people. And she's expected to be the next priestess after her mother. Their current state of existence, that's a weird way of putting it, is unknown, as Storm has left home has been gone for about 5 years and doesn't know if they're doing well or not. So yeah, these are just some quick summaries of the characters that I pretty much made up on the go, so I'll probably clean them up later at some point and change some things. I'm sorry if I sound a bit worn out. Possibly. I went on a 2-day trip down to the south of England to visit my former secondary school and visit one of my teachers who's actually leaving my school. And she hosted a party and she invited me, so I went. Had to take the train and then the bus, and it's like I'm good with planes. If you put me in an airport, I'm absolutely fine. But the second you say, okay, you need to get to train, I just start panicking and overthinking. I'm like, okay, did it say, is that the right stop? No, wait, I still have like 5 more stops to go, and I'm just like always on edge. The journey there was a bit hectic for me, more emotionally than anything, because I was like always on the edge of like panicking and just freaking out. But thankfully, when I was a bit stuck, there was always somebody I could ask help for, so I actually got to my destination with no problems, and the way back was a lot easier because at least I knew where I was going and what to expect. But yeah, I'm tired because I woke up yesterday at 4 AM and didn't go to sleep till like 11:30 PM, and then I woke up this morning at 7:30 and only arrived back like an hour ago or something like that. So I'm a bit worn out, so that's why if my voice sounds a bit sort of yawny, oh, just gonna yawn now. Yeah, if my voice sounds a bit dull, rushed, whatever, it's because I'm tired. I'm tired. The holidays are soon. Easter is soon. I get to go home on Tuesday. Life is good, man. Life is good. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of the video. Sorry about the little rant at the end. It's been a long couple of days. I hope you liked this video about the rambling about more of my tabaxi characters. I really like tabaxis. I think they are a super interesting species, so you'll probably get more of that in the future at some point. So yeah, that's the end of the video. All of my social media links are in the description down below, and feel free to check out my Patreon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.